Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following WNBA matches that is happening on Sunday, August 27, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Our team pick is Los Angeles. And here is why. The Los Angeles Sparks played the Atlanta Dream and earned the victory with a final of 83-78 in their last game. Los Angeles wrapped up the game with a 47.7% FG percentage, 31 out of 65, and buried 6 out of their 18 three-point shots. When they shot from the free throw line, the Sparks made 15 of 17 shots for a rate of 88.2%. Regarding grabbing rebounds, they earned a total of 27, with 5 of them being offensive. They also distributed 19 assists for this contest, as well as forcing the opposition into 15 turnovers and getting 9 steals. In relation to defending, Los Angeles let their opponent shoot 48.4% from the floor on 30 of 62 shooting. Atlanta dished out 6 dimes and had 6 steals in the game. On top of that, Atlanta pulled down 29 rebounds, 6 offensive, 23 defensive, and had 4 blocks. Atlanta finished 81.3% from the charity stripe by making 13 of their 16 shots. They buried 5 of 10 attempts from beyond the arc. Los Angeles comes into this matchup with a record of 15-18 for the season. They average 79.5 PTS per contest, 10th in the league, on 43.0% from the field. The Sparks are hitting 33.5% on shots from three-point land, 213 of 635, and 81.8% from the free throw line. As a team, Los Angeles is pulling in 31.7 rebounds per contest and has 625 dimes so far this year, which ranks 9th in basketball in terms of passing the rock. They turn it over 12.7 times per game and as a team are committing 17.2 personal fouls per contest. On the defensive end of the court, the Sparks are forcing 14.3 turnovers per contest while drawing 18.5 personal fouls. They relinquish 31.4% from three-point land, while they are 3rd in the league in points per game allowed, 80.3. The Sparks' defense is giving up a FG percentage of 45.5%, 991 of 2,179, and they concede 34.8 boards per contest as a unit. They are ranked 5th in basketball in giving up assists with 647 conceded this season. Our total pick is over. Dallas Wings vs Phoenix Mercury. Our team pick is Dallas. And here is why. The Dallas Wings faced the Minnesota Lynx and took a loss by a final of 90-81 in their last game. Dallas ended the contest having earned a 45.5% FG percentage, 30 out of 66, and buried 2 of their 13 shots from downtown. At the charity stripe, the Wings made 19 of 25 attempts for a percentage of 76.0%. When talking about grabbing rebounds, they compiled 34 with 11 of them being on the offensive end. They also distributed 21 assists for this contest, in addition to forcing the other team into 14 turnovers and having 7 steals. When talking about defense, Dallas allowed their opponent to shoot 45.6% from the floor on 31 of 68 shooting. Minnesota recorded 10 assists and had 8 steals for the contest. Additionally, Minnesota grabbed 33 rebounds, 10 offensive, 23 defensive, and had 4 blocked shots. Minnesota went 84.0% from the free throw line by knocking down 21 of 25 shots. They also converted 7 out of their 24 shots from distance. Dallas enters this game with a record of 18-16 so far this year. They are losing possession via turnover 13.2 times per game and as a basketball team are committing 18.8 fouls on a nightly basis. As a team, Dallas is grabbing 38.9 boards per game and is sitting with 682 dimes this season, which is 4th in basketball in terms of passing. The Wings are shooting 31.1% from downtown, 226 of 727, and 79.8% from the charity stripe. They average 86.8 points per game, 3rd in the league, while connecting on 43.8% from the field. On defense, the Wings are forcing 13.6 turnovers per game and they draw 18.1 fouls. They surrender 35.9% on three-point attempts and they are 9th in the league in PPG allowed, 84.2. The Wings are giving up an opponent field goal percentage of 44.1%, 462 of 615, and they surrender 32.3 rebounds per game as a group. They are ranked 8th in basketball in allowing assists to the opposition, with 670 conceded so far this season. Our total pick is under. Atlanta Dream vs Indiana Fever. Our team pick is Indiana. In their last game, the Indiana Fever took home the win by a final score of 90-86 against the Seattle Storm. The Fever recorded 26 defensive boards and 9 offensive boards totaling 35 for this contest. They also turned the ball over 13 times, while earning 6 steals in the matchup. The Storm were called for 25 personal fouls for the contest, which took the Fever to the charity stripe for a total of 32 shots. They were able to convert 25 of those for a rate of 78.1%. In regard to three-pointers, Indiana converted 9 out of their 22 tries, 40.9%. When this game wrapped up, the Fever walked away from this one shooting 28 for 65 from the floor, which had them shooting 43.1%. The Fever permitted the Storm to make 28 of 67 tries from the field, which gave them a rate of 41.8% in this game. They finished 39.3% from three-point range by shooting 11 of 28 and finished the game at 19 of 25 at the charity stripe, 76.0%. When it comes to rebounds, Indiana allowed Seattle to snag 31 in total, 8 offensive. Kelsey Mitchell was important for the Fever in this matchup. She made 10 out of 20 in the matchup for a field goal rate of 50.0% and added 1 rebound. Mitchell had 36 points in her 37 minutes of playing time and had 2 assists for the contest. Indiana has a mark of 10-24 for the season. The Fever have committed 20.0 fouls per contest, and they connect on 79.4% from the charity stripe. They are dishing out assists 18.0 times per contest, 11th in the league, and they lose possession by turning the ball over 14.1 times per contest. Indiana has 2,745 points on the season, 80.7 per game, and they pull down 34.3 boards per game. As an offensive unit, the Fever are shooting 44.3% from the field, which ranks 4th in the league. The Fever defensively are ranked 12th in basketball in points given up per game with 84.8. They concede 20.1 assists and 32.0 boards per game, which ranks 9th and 1st in the WNBA. The Indiana defense concedes 37.7% on shots from three-point land, 292 of 774, and their opponents are making 80.4% of their free throw shots. They are forcing their opponents into 12.4 turnovers on a nightly basis and allow teams to shoot 44.5% from the floor, 8th in the league. Our total pick is over. Chicago Sky vs Seattle Storm. Our team is Seattle. And here is why. The last time they took the hardwood, the Seattle Storm went home defeated by a final of 90-86 against the Indiana Fever. The Storm collected 23 defensive boards and 8 offensive rebounds for a total of 31 in this contest. They also turned it over 11 times, while earning 9 steals for this game. The Fever earned 17 personal fouls in this game, which took the Storm to the free throw line for 25 attempts. They were able to make 19 of the free throws for a percentage of 76.0%. With respect to three-point shots, Seattle knocked down 11 of 28 tries, 39.3%. When the final whistle blew, the Storm shot 28 out of 67 from the floor, which gave them a percentage of 41.8%. The Storm permitted the Fever to bury 28 out of their 65 attempts from the floor, which gave them a percentage of 43.1% in this matchup. They went 40.9% from three-point range by hitting 9 of 22 and finished the contest at 25 of 32 at the charity stripe, 78.1%. In relation to rebounds, Seattle allowed Indiana to collect 35 in total, 9 on the offensive glass. Jewel Lloyd ended up being a factor for the Storm for this contest. She converted 10 of 23 in this matchup for a rate of 43.5% and had 4 rebounds. Lloyd had 32 points in her 34 minutes of playing time and totaled 1 assist in the matchup. Seattle has a win-loss mark of 10-24 this season. The Storm commit 17.9 fouls per contest and they hit 77.0% from the free throw line. They are assisting teammates 17.5 times per game, 12th in the league, and they cough up possession 14.1 times per contest. Seattle has accounted for 2,671 points for the year, 78.6 per contest, and they average 34.8 rebounds per contest. As an offensive team, the Storm are connecting on 40.8% from the floor, which is 12th in basketball. The Storm on the defensive end are ranked 8th in the WNBA in PPG allowed with 83.8. They have forced 13.1 turnovers per game and have allowed teams to shoot 44.8% from the field, 10th in the WNBA. The Seattle defense surrenders 35.6% on shots from beyond the arc, 260 of 730, and their opponents are knocking down 82.1% of their shots from the free throw line. They surrender 20.4 dimes and 36.2 rebounds per game, which is ranked 10th and 12th in the WNBA. Our total pick is over.